Okay, but here's really the problem. The problem is, what are you going to do about it? The more European governments, or whether it be Stoltenberg or Scholz or Borrell, the more they sort of whine and complain, it's grist to Trump's political mill. He says, look, there you are, the Europeans, I told you. And it does not have the effect that the Europeans want.
Well, I think it's not entirely accurate to say the Europeans are whining and complaining. I think the Europeans actually are stepping up. If you look at Ukraine, Europe as a whole is spending more money and putting more resources into Ukraine than the United States. The United States is one ally. Europe is many other allies. But it's to say here, Europe has stepped up and should step up even more. But I think you have to be accurate also. However, where you're right is Europe needs to do two things. One is they need to spend more and better, and be able to provide more for their own security. It won't be able to replace the United States, but it can do better. And second, it needs to remind the United States, the Congress, the US administration, that US outside NATO is a weaker US.
I think, though, that perhaps, with respect, you're missing the point here. The point is, this is exactly what Donald Trump wants, because this is the fodder for his election campaign. This is what Middle America wants to hear. And Christine Lagarde at the ECB talks about, a worry of European values, but most Europeans are afraid to basically take this on because, arguably, Trump turns it to his advantage.
Well, I think Trump has to think twice and also about his base, because what he's proposing here, essentially, especially on Ukraine, is to do Afghanistan on steroid, to basically leave and withdraw its support to what is strategically essential, a commitment for not just European security, but for transatlantic security. So essentially, he will do exactly what he's criticized the Biden administration from doing in Afghanistan. So I think he will have to think twice before really pulling the plug on the US commitment in Europe in general, and especially in Ukraine. But where you're right, I think the Europeans need to step up even more, even though they have done better since 2014, since Putin's first invasion of Ukraine, but they should do more and better. And I think that's the key in what's going to happen in the coming month.
Right. Fabrice, I'm grateful for your time tonight. Thank you, sir.